Your body doesn't ask for permission when you turn 60. It doesn't negotiate. It simply starts changing. Quietly, steadily, and without warning. There are 7 specific changes that begin around this age. Every man experiences them. Most don't recognize what's happening until something slips. Their balance, their strength, their confidence, or their sex life. Today, I'm going to show you what's coming, and more importantly, what you can start doing right now to stay in control. My name is Dr. Julia Rhodes. I'm a men's sex therapist, and for over a decade, I've worked with men and couples, helping them preserve strength, performance, and intimacy as they age. Just last month, a man named Frank sat across from me and said something I hear far too often. "Doctor, I wish someone had warned me earlier." Frank was 63. 3 years earlier, he was active, sexually confident, and fully independent. Now he avoided intimacy, moved cautiously, and felt like his body had turned against him. Nothing sudden happened. What changed were the 7 systems I'm about to explain, and Frank ignored every early signal. You might think you're different. You work out, you eat fairly well, you still have desire, you feel fine. That's exactly what Frank believed. Here's the truth most men never hear. These changes do not care how disciplined you are. The only difference is whether you prepare or slowly lose independence and sexual confidence without realizing why. Change number 1. Your balance system starts failing. Not overnight, not dramatically, quietly. Inside your inner ear are fluid-filled canals that tell your brain where your body is in space. After 60, those canals degrade. Signals arrive late or distorted. The result? You feel slightly off, hesitant, unstable, cautious. Michael, 61, told me, "I don't feel weak, but I don't trust my footing anymore." Testing showed he couldn't stand on one foot for more than 3 seconds. 10 years earlier, he could hold it for 30. This matters during intimacy. Changing positions, standing quickly, moving in low light, all require balance. Try this now. Stand up. Close your eyes. Stay balanced for 10 seconds. If you can't, your balance system is already compromised. A Johns Hopkins study showed men who failed this test had 5 times more falls within 2 years. What helps? Standing on one foot while brushing your teeth. It forces your brain to recalibrate and restores physical confidence, including in bed. Michael practiced daily. 6 weeks later, the unsteadiness disappeared. Change number 2. Your reaction time slows, including sexual response. At 30, you react instantly. At 60, your brain sees the signal, but your body responds late. This affects catching yourself during a stumble, driving, adjusting during sex, responding to your partner's movements. James, 62, nearly hit a child when his braking response lagged by 1 second. Testing showed his reaction speed had slowed by nearly 40%. Stanford research confirms this. By 60, nerve signals travel significantly slower. This is why many men notice delayed erections, slower arousal, less coordination during intimacy. It's not loss of masculinity, it's neurological speed. Good news? Reaction speed can be trained. Ball catch drills, hand-eye coordination games, even action video games. A University of California study showed seniors improved reaction speed 30% with just 12 hours of training. James trained daily. 3 months later, his response time and sexual confidence improved. Change number 3, muscle loss erodes male confidence. This is sarcopenia. After 50, men lose about 1% of muscle mass per year. After 60, the loss accelerates. By 70, many men have lost up to 30% of their strength. Daniel, 59, realized something was wrong when he struggled to lift a suitcase into an overhead compartment. Muscle loss affects thrusting power, endurance, stability, erectile support through pelvic muscles. Tufts University data shows men lose over half their lifting strength between 65 and 75. What reverses it? Resistance training. Even men in their late 70s gained muscle after 12 weeks of light strength work. Daniel used resistance bands for 15 minutes daily. 3 months later, he said, "I don't feel fragile anymore." Strength restores sexual confidence. Change number 4. Bone loss turns small falls into disasters. 1 in 4 men over 50 will break a bone due to osteoporosis. After a hip fracture, 40% never regain independence. 20% die within a year from complications. Robert, 64, slipped on wet tile. His hip fractured, not because he fell, but because the bone failed first. Sexual activity often declines after fractures due to fear and immobility, not lack of desire. Weight-bearing and impact exercise rebuild bone. Calcium and vitamin D are critical. Most men are deficient. Change number 5. Your body awareness fades. This is proprioception. After 60, the brain's internal map of the body becomes inaccurate. Men begin to trip over nothing, misjudge steps, feel awkward during movement and intimacy. University of Michigan research showed men lifted their feet half as high as they believed. Proprioception drills restore accuracy. Heel-to-toe walking, single leg balance, eyes closed reaching. Anthony, 66, stopped tripping within 6 weeks. Better body awareness, better sexual coordination. Change number 6. Nerve speed decline doubles fall risk. Journal of Gerontology data shows young men react in 200 milliseconds. Older men take 400 milliseconds. That delay determines whether you recover or fall. The same delay affects erection timing and ejaculation control. Reaction training helps. Thomas, 67, caught a falling glass after 2 weeks of training. Old me would have just watched it fall. Change number 7. Fear makes you weaker. Fear tightens the body. Tension ruins balance, movement, and sexual response. Men who fear falling are 3 times more likely to fall. Fear of sexual failure creates the same loop: tension, poor performance, more fear, avoidance. Confidence is physical. Henry, 62, rebuilt his confidence through gradual exposure and movement training. 6 weeks later, he said, "I stopped thinking about falling. I just moved." Final takeaway. These changes begin at 60, not 70. Waiting is what steals independence. Strength training, balance drills, reaction work, proprioception exercises, confidence rebuilding. Pick 3. Do them daily. In 1 month, you'll feel steadier. In 3 months, others will notice. In 6 months, you'll feel like yourself again. This isn't about avoiding falls. It's about protecting mobility, masculinity, and intimacy for the next 30 years. Your body is changing right now. The only question is whether you'll train with it or let it decide for you.